Welcome to The Consumers. My name is Greg Warren. It is a very, very, very special episode. I'll first introduce Tim Convey, my co-host.
How are you?
Sean O'Brien.
Hi, Greg. How are you doing?
My co-host. Randy Cash, the producer. He doesn't speak very much. And our guest. This is the first real grown-up that we've had as a guest, actually.
Right, yeah.
She's not a comedian. She's not one of our dirtbag friends.
Professional, responsible adult.
This is a real person. This is Alethea Rowe. Alethea works for the Cheesecake Factory.
I do.
And we're pretty excited about this.
I am equally as excited. So thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're gonna eat some stuff in a little bit.
We are.
But first we wanted to visit with you. Before we get started, though, I have a couple of big things going on. Number one, Randy is wearing his new Randyland t-shirt.
I noticed.
Randy, you want to show that to the folks? Yeah. Can you get on camera for that? There you go. Yeah. It looks good on you, buddy.
Spectacular.
It looks really good on you. And then this is a breakthrough. This is huge.
Oh, boy.
Randy has name brand waters in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, he upgraded, man. I think it was because of you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
think he didn't want to have the Walmart waters or whatever. Usually, at Sam's Club waters, he has
Class the joint up a little
Nestle
bit.
waters in
The
there.
pressure got him, man.
Yeah.
The months of just bullying and harassment, he stepped up.
The first he improves the table. We get a new table.
Yeah,
now he's
yeah.
got name brand waters.
I did notice the table.
It's pretty awesome.
It's
isn't
very
it?
sturdy.
Shake it if
I
you
love
want.
it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It doesn't shake.
Dance on it.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This
The
is
old one was pretty rough. We
this
were
is
having some issues.
almost Sean-proof, this table.
Yeah, 90%. Yeah.
I thought it might be fun first. Of course, we did an episode on the Cheesecake Factory.
You did.
And we really enjoyed it. And all of us have strong Cheesecake Factory roots, especially Sean. Those roots were severed at one point. We'll get to that. How did you find out about us?
I heard the podcast.
Really?
I was telling Sean, popped up on one of my alerts. I started listening. I'm like, what? You were telling the whole history. I was telling Sean, that's my job. You're taking my job. You're doing PR. No, it was amazing. And then I started listening and it was really fun. So
What did we get anything wrong on the history? Because we get a lot of
Let
stuff.
me rephrase. How much did we
how
get
much?
wrong?
No,
Greg's being a little too optimistic there. We got stuff wrong.
It was great. No, I think maybe one time you mispronounced David Overton's last name, but who's our founder and CEO. But other than that, it was flawless, spectacular, some fun facts that not everybody knows. Yeah, it was great. Really great.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of it. I got it from, there's a lot written about the Cheesecake Factory. And I got it from some of the normal places like Thrillist and Mental Floss, Wikipedia, of course. We've been accused of being three rednecks reading Wikipedia.
I did hear that.
Yeah. But there were some really cool articles. There was a Vox article where they actually interviewed David and some of the...
That was the oral history, right? With some of our guests and Linda Candiotti, who's been there. So, that was a great piece.
Did you set that up?
I did work on that.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
That was a good story.
It was really interesting. What's your official title at Cheesecake Factory?
Senior Director of Public Relations and Global Branding.
Wow.
It's a big one.
We like long titles at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Sean, what's your title here?
Number 3.
That is
global.
Very interesting.
I mean, that's right.
It's very interesting that you put yourself ahead of Randy. But that is,
I was trying to get you said too hard of myself.
Very, very interesting.
So, I mean, maybe, all right, tied for third, tied for 1, 2, tied for third.
Buddy, whatever. I mean, yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, so we all have a lot of questions for you. And you feel free if you have questions for us. I guess we need to get right to it. Have you looked into Sean's personnel file at all? Did you access it?
I tried, but, there's rules around privacy and HR just blocked me completely.
They always
so,
shut down.
But I did.
Yeah,
hear
it would
good
have been the
things.
thick one that said O'Brien,
Maybe
Sean.
If
we let
anybody
this
is
slide.
listening for this first time, Sean worked for the Cheesecake Factory for how long?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years, and he got fired.
I got fired. But let me be clear. It wasn't nefarious. I didn't do it. I was just late. I was a young kid. I was partying a lot. I had a Friday night. I worked the Friday night shift into the Saturday day, and I got loose at night on Fridays. And then, in fairness, if I'm being fair, the manager's like, listen, man, you've been late like 27 times in 3 months. Yeah. And then I got one guy who's coming in late twice a month, and I have to put him on trial. The consistencies, it's not good. So I got a lot of this is your last warning like 15 times. So So it was very amicable.
Yeah, Tim and I have fired you 3 times. You just keep coming back.
I keep coming back, man. Yeah, you just got to be aggressive. That's kind of why we're doing. I'm seeing if maybe I can get a pardon, so to speak. Like just get the firing off the books and maybe just say he left on his own accord.
Okay, there we go. You want to be eligible for rehire, not ineligible.
Correct.
Okay, and I'm going to work on that.
I won't try to get hired.
Going to rehire, Sean. You are not going to do it. Who would be able to? Would it have to be David Overton to get that expunged from his record?
That is,
he for sure could do it. Tom, our general manager, who may have been the person who fired you.
Tom was, and I love Tom.
Yeah.
I'm being 100% sincere. Tom is a great guy. It was the most pleasant firing I've ever had. I've had a lot. I think we gave each other a high five, and I was like, good times, great oldies. I'm going to go and say goodbye. They're like, grab some fries on the way out.
There we go. You got fries on the way out?
I grabbed a couple on the line. I made a statement. So
sweet potato fries or the regular fries?
I think it was the regular.
Yeah. I don't think we had sweet potato back then.
I don't think you did either.
No.
Yeah.
You guys were one of the first to have sweet potato fries. It's one of my favorite dishes there. Now, let me ask you this, and you may not know, but I think Cheesecake Factory was the first place where I saw them serve the fries, not in a bowl, but in that stand-up wire thing with like some paper around
in that little cone.
Yeah. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah. That's how we do it. Yeah. I don't know if we were the first, but it's a nice presentation. Keeps them nice and warm.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because man, I want to say, this is living right here.
Yeah, the stack fries. So how important is that? So let's get a little detail there of somebody, they order whatever burger with fries. That timing of having those fries out,
100%.
You don't cook them exactly the same time as a burger because then the fries get stale. Room temp fries, code red.
Yes.
So this is what Cheesecake does to a small, an example that they will take that and that will be designed to cook.
Yeah, the
the
choreography in the kitchen of we're living it.
We're living it.
Yeah,
we're gonna eat here in about 45 minutes. You have some new items that you're.
We do more than 20 new items on our menu.
So we're gonna try some of those, and we had to shift the time a little bit. And there's 3 gentlemen here that came in: Donald, Antimon, and Angel. And those guys are preparing these dishes. And when we shifted the time, I think Donald made the call. He's like, we can't do this, man. The fries are going to be soggy. We got fries coming in. They're shipping the fries.
Tom is bringing the fries.
Tom, right. The guy that...
Tom?
Tom's coming.
Where we're going to put them on and we're going to talk about a rehire.
You need to be real cool, man. I don't want you flipping out on Tom, okay? Because he's bringing us fresh fries.
Will he remember?
He should, man. I'm a pretty memorable guy.
Yeah, how many people did you have to fire? Come on. The guy was late all the time.
Probably quite a few.
Listen, O'Brien drives me nuts. I have said a lot of negative things about him. Yeah. I will never say that he's not memorable.
That's true.
Yeah.
There we go.
I appreciate that insult/compliment.
No, the guy is memorable. Yeah. He makes an impression everywhere he goes. Sometimes
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
I would rather he didn't.
Right. But, I'm not for everybody, but you'll remember me. That's what's important. So.
So, Tim, do you have any questions you want to ask? Not the comments or the folks.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I got. Tell us a little bit. Do you know David Overton?
I do. Yeah.
And he was a musician. And
he was a musician.
Kind of
he was a drummer.
Talented musician, right?
Very talented. He started drumming in high school. First paying gig when he was 15 and a half, and basically drummed his way through college.
Yeah.
And he was in the Billy Roberts Blues Band in the late 60s.
I think we covered that
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They played on the same bill as Janis Joplin once, which is amazing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, very talented. Great ear for music.
Yeah. And he programs the music.
He chooses everything that's played in the restaurants. Still. To this day, 100%.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And now is he in the office in Calabasas?
He is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right down the hall from me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. And is Calabasas is that where one of the bakeries is?
It is, yeah. We
Okay.
have 2 bakeries, Calabasas and Rocky Mount, North Carolina, which is where all of our cheesecakes are baked. So go in the parking lot and you can tell, oh, they're baking, something chocolate today.
Yeah.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
Right next to my office.
Now,
Okay.
is it altered? Is it taste wise completely different from having one right out of the oven to frozen? Or are they almost mimicked in the sense that you can't really tell?
I don't think you can tell.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, they
Okay.
are as
Pretty much
delicious,
identical
100%.
either way.
Yep.
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think. I thought the fresh baked one would be a little.
I don't think
better,
so.
but yeah.
And how did you end up there? Were you a fan before you started working
I
there?
was
Tell
a
us about your
guest for
history.
about 10 years before started at Cheesecake Factory, and I started just over 20 years ago. I'm dating myself, but January of 2005. And here I am 20 years later. But we were talking earlier, I feel like I'm a newbie because I'm surrounded by 30, 40, 45-year tenured staff in the office as well as even in our restaurants. So it's not uncommon to have 20 years plus with the company.
Yeah, I think Donald's been there like 25.
Donald 23,
Yeah.
our executive kitchen manager here
Yeah.
in St. Louis. And then Antimon, who's here, is more than 30.
And Antimon is like, he's a regional guy. Like
Yeah.
he's over several restaurants.
Yes.
And he's here in Randy's house,
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
Randy's kitchen, preparing food. All right. So you're kind of a big shot with Cheesecake Factory. Let's go ahead and say it.
Well,
I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just flying out anybody.
No, there's a very specific few that have a dish named after them.
Yes. I'm not one of them, unfortunately.
that's
I don't
what-
think
that's-
Alethea rolls off the tongue quite the way
We're working on
Linda
it. That's
or
what that's
Sheila.
really what we want to
Yeah.
accomplish here. We would like to have something named after you.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be the crowning achievement of my career.
I,
Seriously.
I think we can do it. And if there's something, I don't know. I'm wondering if like there's something bad on the menu that could be like Sean's liverwurst sandwich or something like that.
There was an Oscar's sardine sandwich when we opened Beverly
Really?
Hills. But yeah, I don't know about liverwurst, but yes.
Now Linda's fudge cake, right?
Yeah. So Linda Candioti is our vice president of guest experience, and she started in 1977, the year before the first restaurant opened, as a test baker.
Yes.
And created the Linda's fudge cake, which is still on the menu all
Okay.
these years later.
All right, cool. And then who was there? Somebody I'm trying to remember back. Wasn't there somebody that worked as a hostess?
Oh, that's Linda. So started
yeah.
First as a test baker, then was the very first hostess in Beverly Hills.
Okay, got it. Yeah. And then Evelyn is the
David's mother.
yeah,
Mhm.
who was selling cheesecakes in Detroit at one point
In her
out of
basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And does she have a pasta dish? Is that
She does.
Yeah,
Evelyn's
Evelyn's
favorite pasta.
okay?
hmm
All right. And then does anybody else have a name?
Craig.
Craig is no more.
Crazy
but
Carrot.
yes.
Oh, did he get fired too?
No, but his cheesecake did. We said goodbye. I love that.
I
was
know.
one of
That's
my
how you
favorite,
spin it.
right?
But yeah,
Craig,
Craig.
Crazy Carrot. No.
Craig's got to like, wait a minute. I had 15 years and now you yank me off the menu?
Yeah,
What is
that was
this?
a lot of great. I loved that flavor. Yeah. So no more Craig, but Adam's peanut butter.
Adam's
Yeah.
Was his
peanut butter.
replacement.
Yeah. I know.
What is Adam still with the company?
Adam is David's son.
Okay.
And he's grown now, but as a child, those were his 2 favorite candies, Butterfingers and Reese's peanut butter cups.
There's Butterfingers on that
There
thing
are.
too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
had it, but
me
it's
too.
been a while.
Has that recipe changed on Adams? Because a lot of people were talking about that. That was
I think
of all
it
the
may. I
questions.
saw that
Really?
on your fan
They
page.
taught- you
It
did?
may
Okay.
have changed a little bit, but it's still incredible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because so sometimes they'll change. They'll
Yeah.
for whatever reason, ingredients
Yeah.
coming in or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like we got to make a change.
A little change. I don't know why, but yes, it is a little different, but incredible.
Okay.
And there's also Sheila's salad. Sheila is David's wife.
Okay.
So we have you.
So let me say, I think what we do, I gotta marry one of his kids.
yeah, there's some nepotism
Heather, I'm
going
sorry.
on with this.
It's
yeah.
just business.
Yeah. You're gonna break
But if
up.
I
Doesn't
can
have
get
any
in.
daughters, unfortunately. No daughters.
man.
And you've
Yeah.
put Cheesecake Factory through enough already. I don't think you need to make,
Yeah.
make it that
We
much worse.
fired you.
Yeah.
In our home.
Yeah, there's a little bit of nepotism going on with these names, and it seems like you have to have been around you have to be one of the originals.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know.
Don't give up. We're gonna
Yeah,
now.
I know,
If you can you tell us like one of your favorite items on the menu that you would like it to be Aletha's.
Oh, well, I was going to say my favorite is the original cheesecake, but there's no renaming that.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, let's not get crazy.
We got some juice here. We're gonna bring Nate into this. Nate's gonna try to lobby for you. Nate's got a lot of juice right now, but he can't get you on the cheesecake yet.
We can't rename. Let's not get crazy. But I want renamed. We have some new items that are out of this world. Maybe the chicken shawarma. It's one of my favorites.
Chicken shawarma.
Maybe the Alethea shawarma. I don't know.
That's great.
It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else.
No, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is real good. We should, you know what? I'm going to have to go the other way. I was going to be really nice in this, but now I'm going to have to say some stuff. She's going to get a name on the thing, or we're going to have a real problem.
All right.
Now we have to shift. So.
From your mouth to David's ears.
Yeah, I'm sure. One more in the name, because I actually made this drink, because this has been around a while. The JW lemonade.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Wiley.
All right. And can we talk about Jeff Wiley?
Yeah, Jeff still works for us in our Marina Del Rey or Redondo Beach. I can't remember which restaurant. But that was one of the drinks he created, and our head of the bar program at the time loved it and put it on the menu.
Not a family member, not really.
No,
all right.
So see,
giving us
there we go.
chance.
That's right.
Okay,
that
was a fun one. I remember that.
We're gonna kind of try to make a deal on this. It's gonna be we're gonna get Alethea, probably Alethea's chicken shawarma.
Love it.
Rolls right off the tongue.
But if we do that, then we get to bring one of our own, and it's Randy's French fries or something like that. Yeah.
All the French fries are just
or Randy fries.
might be a hard sell.
Would you like sweet potato or Randy fries?
Yeah,
sweet potato. Yeah. Would you like sweet potato fries, or you just want the regular Randy / Greg Allman fries?
Yeah.
Would you like that?
I like it.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Like
that works for me.
Tim, do you have some questions from the Coterie?
All kinds of stuff. So Sean obviously worked there. Matthew Harris asked, basically, any other people gone on? Are there any other stories of celebrities who were at one time employed by the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
I want to, before you go, I just want to point out that Tim referenced Sean as a celebrity.
Tim, I'm with 100%. Greg. I'm with Greg.
Yeah, of course. I'm reading Matthew.
Sure.
That's Matthew's question.
I think he is a celebrity.
Yeah. Let's not get carried away, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Anybody as big as Sean
I don't
is
know
worse.
if there are any other celebrities who were fired. I think you may hold that distinction. I'm so sorry.
Still unique.
I know.
It's pretty good.
You hold
That's
that
still a unique
record.
thing.
But no, we've had a lot of actors over the years. One of the singers of the band Haim worked in Sherman Oaks.
Okay.
Some American Idol contestants. So yeah, a lot of, but as far as fired, I don't think
Any actors that you can mention that were working there?
None that I can remember their names.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't think any.
Haim, that's
I don't
pretty
think
cool.
any A-list, but Haim, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sherman Oaks.
Yeah. So basically, you're it, buddy.
I'm it,
you're,
man.
You're when in a couple of years when they Google it, it's going to be like also famous podcaster and comedian Sean O'Brien was fired.
He was terminated.
Famous for being fired.
Yeah.
Nathan Taylor asked, would you consider a provisional rehire for Sean just for today? And then you can let him go again at the end of the podcast.
Now, that's a great question.
Well, who's the guy that fired you?
Tom.
So
the GM.
Tom can come back and do it himself?
And he will be here today.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he travels with new hire paperwork, but we'll see what he can do.
No, why don't you just deputize him right now, and then Tom can let him go at the end of the podcast?
Yes. And are you willing to work for a $2 bill?
Oh, you crazy. Now that's a true fan. That's a true fan right there. Yeah. You know, you always know when you hear the people like, oh, I listen to your show all the time. And then you ask them a question or two, and they're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. And then she comes in with a deep reference.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I like it, Alethea.
But to answer your question, yes, he absolutely would.
I mean, dare I say, Alethea is a member of the Coterie.
Yep. Yeah. I think so too. 100%. So is that official that he says yes and now he's in?
Yes, let's do it.
Just until
and you know I have no authority whatsoever here, but yes, let's do it.
We're swinging for the fences.
I'm in PR, not HR, but we'll see what we can do.
I'm going.
You guys stand by this?
Well,
You want to get me back just for the day?
Just the R is fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right to Overton on this deal. And I'm gonna use.
We'll call him right after.
Yeah, Tim's music background to get to him, and they're both musicians.
You'll make a connection.
Now Overton, he's pretty interactive with the company, right? In terms of, I mean, 100%. Obviously CEO, but I mean, he's like in the room making the menu, the updates.
Yeah, 100%. He has a palate unlike anyone in the world. And it's really, he's the one that decides what goes on the menu. He's downstairs in our culinary center a couple times a week, trying new dishes, revisions, really choosing what gets added to the menu, among other things.
Right.
I have a question. We read that sort of the way the menu got so big was he would just go somewhere and be like, I like that. We need to make that. Like, so now, like,
I think our team is holding firm at 250 items. They're like, David, it cannot get any bigger.
right.
So,
But you guys rotate them in and out, right?
Yeah, if we add, like we just added more than 20, so we've said goodbye to about as many dishes as well. So
Right.
Otherwise it would be chapters of an encyclopedia, I think so, or volumes.
My question is, like, if you got a restaurant, I mean, Overton's a pretty famous guy, okay? And
Guy was in
Cheesecake's
a
big
band,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, he was in it. He played with Janis Joplin. I think
Adjacent. Same bill.
Yeah, same bill. I think Randy was on that bill too. Wasn't
Randy
he?
was
Yeah,
open.
Yeah, Randy opened that concert. If like some restaurant sees Overton walking in, they're like, no, get him out, Don't show him the menu. I don't want the version of my carnitas on cheesecake.
Right, man.
Yeah. If I was a restaurant owner and Overton walked in and be like, get him out, man. He's going to take my business. He's going to take my best thing and do it better.
That's the odd thing is that although I'm fired from Cheesecake, Overton's probably banned from every restaurant.
Probably.
So you think I got it bad? I might have been ordering.
No.
Overton can't go to Applebee's.
Yeah.
He can't get in.
I'd be flattered if I saw him coming.
Our chefs and David get inspiration from everywhere, but they always will cheesecake eyes a dish. So it's how do you make it our own, make it unique, special to us, but maybe, inspired by Nobu's white miso or white cod, miso cod, inspired our miso salmon. So, it's sort of very high end. And how do we make it more approachable for Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah. He's not a gourmet guy, right?
No, he really grew up in the Midwest, Detroit, and he said his taste buds really influence what goes on the menu. And for the most part, people enjoy what David loves.
I think the salmon is probably my number one entree.
The miso salmon?
Miso,
No.
Oh.
The Simply Grilled.
Oh, Simply Grilled.
Simply
Great.
grilled salmon.
Little
And,
broccoli, mashed potatoes.
No,
No?
I go with the broccoli.
Okay.
Yeah, broccoli and then the sweet potato fries.
Oh, okay.
I like the asparagus. I will say this, and these guys can attest. I have spent some time at the Cheesecake Factories on the road. I think I may have eaten at more Cheesecake Factories than anybody. I mean, I don't have the depth that, what's that couple that eats there every day?
Oh, Chuck and Odette.
Chuck and Odette. I don't have the depth that they do, but I have the breadth. I've been to I bet you I've been to more Cheesecake Factories than Chuck and Odette combined. But yeah, I think
We'll start a list. You should start checking off where you've been. We have a few guests across the country that will keep track of where they've been.
really.
One of them, Amber Long, I think she lives in Michigan somewhere.
Okay.
She travels for work and she's been in the Middle East and she'll send photos of where she's been.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna go head to head with this girl.
Go ahead.
Amber Long. You're
she's
going
delightful.
down.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting at what, about 215
Yep.
stores? Is that
Across
what we're
the
at?
US.
Restaurants?
Mm-hmm.
So
Look at
Greg
Brian.
going to Europe with Nate in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You might just swing over to Kuwait.
I
Is that
might.
my
There
right?
we go.
Is it in
Might.
Kuwait?
Dubai,
Yeah.
Kuwait.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Easy plane
Abu
right. Just
Dhabi.
go on Emirates. You're
Yeah.
there, man. And start checking this off.
Yeah, maybe I need to do that. Yeah.
Swing through China while you're
Yeah. I'm not a geography guy, but I don't think China and Europe are just right there.
They're not very close,
Yeah.
but
Well, I didn't say
You know.
China, but it was saying a plane ride. I said plane ride
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Heard me.
Yeah.
Plane
So
ride.
I'm just trying to. I
Middle
think
East,
the idea of getting them on a list and something, get some sort of plaque, something like that, we could put on here behind the wall.
That's a great idea.
I'm an idea, guys. It's
Yeah.
an idea, man.
That's good, Sean.
Yeah, you are, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not a good idea, man.
We talked about obviously how many items, how large the menu is. As a result, are the physical kitchens larger at Cheesecake Factories than they would at a similar sized restaurant?
You know what? I think the kitchen, like the line, which is what you see from the dining room, probably not that much bigger than other restaurants, but where I think we're very unique is the prep kitchen,
Mhm.
which is behind that. And I don't know, Sean, if you remember, but that's where so much magic happens. So we're
100%.
making 150 sauces and dressings and marinades every day. We're hand rolling avocado egg rolls. We're chopping vegetables. I would say the prep kitchen. In fact, when I started at the Cheesecake Factory, I got an opportunity to spend a day in one of our kitchens, and I
Uh-huh.
knew that things were made from scratch. I had no idea how from scratch. So I got to help make Tex-Mex egg rolls,
Oh,
which
those
have
are
been
so
on the
good.
menu forever,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Sure.
first you roast the chicken.
Yeah.
Then you roast the corn. Then you make the pico de gallo. Then you hand pluck the cilantro leaves. Then you're ready to make Tex-Mex egg rolls. I was like exhausted by the
Yeah.
time we just got to those. So there's so much like that in the prep kitchen going on that I think that's where we're very unique.
Yeah. And I wonder, even the ingredients, there must be that much more storage to make all these things than there would be at a similar restaurant.
Yeah,
of a
we have
similar
about
size.
700 ingredients to make all those 250 some dishes. So
How would you say Randy's kitchen stacks up with the prep kitchen that you're talking about?
Ooh, that is tough.
Yeah.
it might be a little smaller.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit smaller, probably.
It's
Just-
incredible.
But it
I
was
haven't been back
gracious
there,
that
but
he opened up his kitchen to us. Our team was very concerned with the food sitting here for a couple of hours, so they wanted to.
I was concerned the first
Make
time I
them-
walked in that kitchen,
Oh,
too.
no. I meant for, if we
They're concerned with
if we
that.
brought
Were they-
it from
were-
the restaurant,
were they
we're like
did-
20 minutes away. It would not have the gold quality standard that we like our guests to enjoy. So they thought, could we saute here? Could we?
Yeah.
So thank you, Randy.
Tell
for-
them-
I saw Donald just shaking his head when he walked in, and he's like,
Oh, no.
There's not one name brand in here."
Yeah, open the
Like, this is-
pantry. You'll be
yeah.
real concerned.
Yeah.
we
yeah.
brought all of our own ingredients. Don't worry.
I mean, well, the problem is that Greg doesn't pay him well, so he has to use low end.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
not. Look, I mean, the bottom line is this guy doesn't have a lot of money, so he gives him a couple bucks, and Randy is a great value guy.
There's been
Let's just tell the
promises of the second season, but we don't know.
But yeah, we just don't know. We don't know, and it's a real shame. So I think if Randy moved on, which we don't want him to, he's probably gonna sell his house and get a new house with a new
Yeah.
podcaster. So unless Greg steps up to pay.
Have you any podcast you're looking at, Randy, that have approached you? Has Bert taken a look at you, or?
Yeah, actually, he gave me a shout, and I just told him, dude, I don't travel, and you got to wear a shirt, dude. I can't.
Yeah,
Can't do
yeah.
Bird
That's
joke.
right. There you go.
I
There
like
you go. Yeah, you want to? Let's get some more from the Coterie. There's some good questions there.
Absolutely. Many people concerned that there's not a Cheesecake Factory in their town. What is the criteria? What do you guys look at and you decide
yeah.
where to go?
I know it's tough. We're on a lot of lists of people want to bring us to their cities.
Mhm.
Can't open everywhere. So there's a lot of different variables. A lot of it has to do with population size, foot traffic. We need both busy lunch, busy dinner. So sometimes there's a great site that's like, oh, that'd be great for dinner, but maybe there's not the lunch traffic. So a lot of different variables our real estate team looks at it.
What you want to
Unfortunately,
throw some of the
Yeah.
locations out that they're looking for?
Was it Springfield, Missouri? Maybe you don't have
That was my
one.
birthplace. I'd like to have
don't.
one there.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Out in
I'll call David right after.
Chesterfield. That mall just closed, so
Yeah.
that one went down. So people
I
very
know.
concerned
Oh,
out there.
I know that was terrible. The whole mall.
My home.
Yeah, that's where Sean.
That's where I
works.
got let
Yeah,
go in that
that
building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lonely walk to the car that day, wasn't it?
Very sad.
Hungover?
And George Carlin died that same day. My comedy hero.
No
That's-
way.
That's the day I got let go. Was the
Yeah.
day that night George
Oh
Carlin
my
died.
gosh.
That was,
Really
you know what?
terrible.
I'm usually not on Sean's side, but that was a little insensitive of Tom to let Sean go on a day that a comedian died that was his hero and a
I
guy
know.
that was going to go on and being a force in the comedy business. It was a little
It
insensitive.
It was. I mean, in fairness to Tom,
I
I,
agree.
got fired in the morning, and Carlin passed away at night.
Okay.
Now, if he
Okay.
knew about Carlin first,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I'd walk on the show. Right
But
now.
did
Yeah,
Carlin
I'd-
find out? Is that what did him in?
Oh my
Yeah.
There's been speculation, but I can't confirm.
He got word of what happened there. Do you guys have? Is it in-house real estate people? I assume the team.
in-house as well as an
Are you
external
making
agency.
a play for your
Yeah.
father-in-law?
No,
Is this what's going on? You're trying to get Kim some work?
no. My whole family's in the commercial real
Oh, are
estate
they really?
business.
So
So
it's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
your dad.
We have-
It's not
yeah.
your father-in-law.
this is very interesting
We
to
have
me.
internal and an external agency.
Cool.
We've been working with.
Who are you
years.
working with outside? Let me know.
Bladis and Schnur.
Oh, they're fine.
You know.
Yeah.
If you want to
Tim, you
step
got
up,
any-
let me know.
Yeah,
I could,
yeah.
well,
Can you
we
get,
can improve it a little
Convy
bit.
and Convy to
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'd take my piece, obviously, off top.
Of course,
There we go.
a real estate guy's going to take a cut.
But yeah, we should talk.
Okay.
Just so you know, Tim's father-in-law Kim rode around with Howard Schultz. And
Really?
Schultz liked him. Rode around the car looking for locations. So if Overton wants to ride around with Kim's dad, with Tim's father-in-law Kim, we can set it up.
Let's set it up.
He's a great
Good.
hang.
Okay.
Yeah, they
let's
can
do it.
jam too. He's really into music as well. So they can
Really?
jam.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he's he loves music.
He Oh, people talked about the lighting. We talked a little bit on our episode about the decor and sort of that influence and stuff, but the lighting specifically, people are like, it's always the same at every place. And it's a little bit darker, I would say, than at a lot of places. What is the story behind that?
So it really is to create a wonderful ambiance for your meal. And there should be a light sort of centered above every table. So you have a little glow of light in the middle.
Love that glow.
And there's like every detail that David looks at when we're opening a restaurant. And there will sometimes be a light just a little off and it needs to be redirected. So you have the little spot in the center, easier to read your menu, but it casts a nice warm glow on you. Yeah, I was at a restaurant with David, an opening, Fairfax, Virginia, I think.
Okay.
Mid-2000s. And I was sitting with him and our lighting technician was in the restaurant and he's like, Kelly, come over here. Her face, it's not as beautiful as it should look. Move the light. And literally the spot was just a little bit off or maybe the table was a little moved. But yeah, that's the detail of our
I'm in 100% agreement with that. Low lit lighting is, everyone just look, it bumps your score. If you're a 6 walking around town in a Cheesecake Factory, you're an 8. It does. You just look better.
Tell me about this girl. She's a Cheesecake Factory.
Let me ask you this, because when you were working at Cheesecake Factory, you were hot, right?
So hot.
Yeah.
I was a 9.
So you're a 9 there. At Cheesecake Factory, you're probably an 11.
I broke the meter, man. Like, they're like, we can't score this guy. He's so handsome.
Fire.
It was our evening setting on the lights. See?
That's
right.
Yeah.
No, but I always did really appreciate the lighting, low level lighting. Some of these restaurants you go into and it's like a Walgreens. You're like, oh man, dude, you don't need it. You don't need it this price. It's just what you said. The ambiance is terrible. They nailed that there. But other thing we didn't talk about. Sorry, Tim. Let me just.
For sure.
Portion size. Everything's so prodigious there. So was that on purpose?
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the
word of the day.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I just had to sneak it in.
Prodigious?
Yeah.
I assume that means large?
Remarkably. I think it's remarkable in size.
Okay.
PRO.
I have never
DIGIOUS.
Yeah.
Is that prodigious?
And I hope I got that one right.
Man, because it remarkably or impressively great in extent, size, or degree. Once again, Sean O'Brien nails it.
And
Way
related,
to go, buddy.
related to the word prodigy. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes he shoehorns it in. It was a great question. Let's talk.
Good. So
Let's talk
we
portion
usually
size.
refer to our portions as generous, but I'll go with prodigious.
Tell Davey.
Run that
Run that by Dave.
Yeah,
Are you calling him
prodigious.
Davey now?
Yeah, we're boys. I'm plugging him right now when he fired me. I mean, this is a win-win for Dave. He's mopping up over there in Calabasas. I'm grinding out here in the South City, St. Louis.
Oh my gosh. No, there is a reason for the portions, and it really is because growing up, David's parents would talk about going out to eat. And, maybe there's a split charge if you want to share something. And he really thought that there should be enough food that you can share. And also, if you're at the table with someone and they want to take a little bite, he wants there to be enough for you to enjoy and not be like, don't take my one shrimp. But he always says the fun is in the food. And part of that experience is sharing with others.
Yeah.
So it's very much a strategic purpose for the prodigious portions.
Sean and I have eaten at the Cheesecake Factory together.
A lot.
I don't know, 100 times. Maybe?
Yeah. I mean,
200
Wow.
times.
At least 100
And
times.
Amazing.
we have not shared one morsel of our food with
Really?
each other. Yeah, we put our arms around like it's like we're in prison, like we're eating a prison meal. Like, don't even come over here.
That
Yeah.
light that's in the center,
yeah.
that's the dividing line. That's how they use it.
Don't
Yeah.
cross the light.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. One time I reached over and he looked at me and said, "I'll cut you."
In fact, that's why we don't actually eat there in the day because you can't set the light 'cause it's natural. So
He had an actual prison shiv that he had fashioned out of a screwdriver or something.
Yeah.
He was going to stab me. Yeah, just for having
it's-
a little bit of his. Let me ask you this. I was about to say something. What happened to the guacamole?
What did happen to it?
We said goodbye to the guacamole. I know I was so sad.
How many
However,
times did I order that, Sean?
Yeah, we got to This is where the show is going to take a turn.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I
Oh.
ordered it so many times.
A lot, yeah.
It had the what's the red pepper that goes on?
jalapeno.
The jalapeno, but it also had the habanero, I think, in there. I think
Oh,
they
yeah,
had-
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a little habanero in there. It was
Mhm.
so
It was
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
I know.
And the
I was
chips?
very sad. Yeah, we make the chips in house. I said every time something goes away that's my favorite, I complained to David and he said you should have ordered it more. So I think that was
So is it quite
That's
Paul
really-
Young?
It's your fault.
It's a Paul Young
yeah,
song,
all
right?
of us.
Every time you
Yeah, it was
Go away.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
Planes,
Take a
Trains, and
piece of me.
Automobiles.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
take every time you
every time you go. Yeah.
away,
You take a piece
take
of
the guacamole.
So so is it just simply an item? So like you guys just started the updated menu, and the ones get removed. It's just quite simply the sales are down. That's
very
just
democratic.
single-handedly.
Yeah,
That's it.
what is maybe not doing as well as it should, and we have to
Come
say goodbye
on.
to it.
You're telling
Truly.
me guacamole wasn't moving.
I don't think it was enough. We should have banded together and ordered
Could
it more.
you just have given me a heads up? I would have. We would have gone. I have influence.
There's a few items that
we would've
I
gone out
wish
there.
I
We
had
would've-
a heads
we
up.
would have saved them.
Trust me. Yeah.
We're gonna
So
bring it
we
back.
do
It's
have-
gonna be Alethea guacamole.
Oh, that's what I want my name on.
That's not bad.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
That
Okay.
sounds better.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get it back.
Have that with some chicken Madeira. Boom.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
no. Darn, did I say it right?
Chicken
Chicken
Madeira.
Madeira.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
is that the number one
That
still?
sure is.
Wow,
Is
that's
that the
the
farfalle?
Yeah.
Is it farfalle pasta? in there?
Farfalle's popular as well, but
Okay.
yeah, chicken
Madeira.
Madeira.
That's been.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it was like number one
It's
when I
been-
was working there.
it is. Yep, definitely one of the most
Yeah,
popular.
it's a very, very.
Sean, you want to talk about the cocktails a little bit, man? You served them.
Yeah, I was telling her off air. I was like, well, or maybe I just said it's the best quality drink you can have anywhere because it's not just throwing just stuff in and then serve it. I mean, there is a very precise system of how to make a drink down to where do you put the ice in the shaker first or in the actual drink glass itself. Recipes, and I'm not talking out of school here, but like they are down to sometimes a quarter of an ounce,
Yeah.
an eighth of an ounce. Shaking the drink if it's a mixed cocktail. Sometimes you shake. There was like 3 levels, and one I think was
Oh yeah, how many
vigorously.
shakes? Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
one was
yeah.
like 2 to 4, one was
Mhm.
like 4 to 6, and the other one was like 8 to 12. And
8 to 12 shakes.
shake vigorously. Yeah, I believe it would maybe be
It's like a
pineapple-based
workout.
drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
And that
Yeah,
had to
so-
prepare you well for your next job, which is making drinks at the St. Louis Funny Bone.
Oh,
where
yeah.
same thing. I mean, it's
I,
A lot of
I mean,
handcrafted cocktails
I
there.
don't think it's
House
all
made
that-
mixes.
It's
Yeah,
not,
no,
it's not
by
regulated, is it?
the book.
yeah.
Which
to a
book
T.
is that?
House
Yeah.
infused.
Book is that?
Right.
Yeah.
Do they care when you went from Cheesecake over to the Funny Bone? What were some of the differences?
Well, I got in trouble because, like, what are you wiping the cooler off for? What are you doing? Just the bottle's empty? Throw it out. Why are you wiping we don't keep the bottle, Sean. When it's empty, dump it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was.
There's not a lot of supervision over at the Funny Bone, is there?
They're like,
There's
there's
not
the
a
bar.
man-
Have
yeah.
fun.
the manual. is this
Didn't
thick.
you get hired by a waitress and Matt, the manager, didn't know it?
Oh, yeah. Patty hired me.
Patty, the waitress, just said, "Yeah, you can work here." And didn't you tell it what happened?
I was working at there's a baseball player named Albert Pujols. I don't know if you remember him. He played for the
Yeah, he
Cardinals
played.
for years.
Yeah, the Angels.
Angels, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Angels, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he had his own restaurant here. So after Cheesecake, because, Tom cut me loose, I had a job. So I'm like, well, what are we going to do? So I went to this Pujols place, and it just was not good. It was not good. There was like 30 servers on the floor. Nobody made any money. I'm miserable. I know Patty a little bit from the Funny Bone. She's a server. So she's like, hey, how's it going over here? I'm like, I hate it. She's like, just work at the Funny Bone. I'm like, well, yeah. What do I do? She's like, just come over Thursday at 6. I'm like, okay. So I stand behind the bar. The general manager comes in, who I have never met. And he goes, can I help you? I go, yeah. I'm here to bartender. And he just looks at me like, he goes, excuse me? I go, Patty said come over here at 6:30. He goes, son of a gun. All right, man. Pull out your name, your social.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Didn't. This was not cleared with me. Just put all your information down, and yeah. So I got hired by a non-manager.
And then you started
Oh my
the
gosh.
6-week training program that everyone
Very,
goes through.
very.
Oh, yeah.
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 There's not really a manual over at Funny Bone, is there?
You're kind of on your own there.
Yeah.
You're kind of on your own.
We have a little different system.
A little different system.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it is effective. If you want a really good mixed drink, I've been saying that forever, man.
What do
It
you
is-
recommend?
I mean, there's so many. It's evolved so much since
Yep.
I've been there.
Don't look at the menu.
Four
Well,
No,
new
I,
cocktails,
I like the original mojito they had. I know now. I think there's like kind of a hybrid, not hybrid. Like there's maybe
It's a
3 or 4
little revised.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they had a mojito. Actually, a strawberry martini, which it's made. I mean, it's like it's not strawberry puree. Like you take real strawberries, muddle them. Just I mean, it's a very authentic drink.
Yeah.
Um,
Infused vodka
Infused.
for that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, there was a bunch. I mean, that's the thing. That's where cheesecake comes in strong. It's you can't take somebody there and not please at least everyone at your table. I mean, hey, do you want alcohol? Well, I like ice cream. You're in luck. Here's a flying gorilla. Which again, I don't know if they have
We
that.
said goodbye to
Yeah,
the
said
flying
goodbye.
gorilla.
But it was
that
an
one.
alcoholic ice cream based drink.
Bananas and oh my gosh, that was good.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of drinks, it was, and that's what was so tricky for me because I'm not a genius. So learning all these recipes,
I don't know how you did it.
I don't know either. Well, there was
You got a lot of strengths.
tough.
Memorization's probably not one of your things.
100%. It's not. No, I think
He's
I
been
failed the
opening
test.
for me for years. He doesn't know how to introduce me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he was on the Johnny
Greg.
It's Greg Warner. Yeah.
Well, this diva's got like 9 credits to
It's
roll them
not
out
true.
through. So
That
it's
is
like,
not
say
true.
this, say that, say this, say
Not
You
that,
have
say this.
little cliff notes.
Yeah, I know, right? You have to have my book. But
My friend Keith Barney, a comedian, gave me my introduction. He told me this is the best way to go. It's very simple. Once in a generation, a comedian comes along, and then that's
People respond to it.
yeah.
It's
They
good.
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know what I just realized, if I'm not mistaken, the Cheesecake Factory episode that we did was the birth of Word of the Week, because you were talking about laden. You were describing something at Cheesecake
really?
Factory
Right,
being
yeah.
laden with something.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we were like, stop everything.
And-
What are
Yeah,
you talking
right.
about?
Yeah, what are you
Oh.
doing?
It was
man?
completely authentic. And
Yeah.
that's where it came from.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
I
trying
think
to
it
show off. a
It
little
was
bit.
laden in strawberries.
Yeah, because when you were just talking about the
Yeah.
drink right now with the strawberries, that's what made me think of that.
Yeah.
yeah. It was.
Yeah.
I feel so honored.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
where it all
You're
started.
Yeah, it started on the cheesecake.
Yeah,
You're
episode
prodigious.
236.
Yeah, go back to over to and start saying that. Just say that as if that's how people talk. See if you get a reaction out of it. Let me
I'm
ask you this:
sure
what
I
are the
will get a
chances?
reaction.
What are the chances that David listens to this episode?
I will
1
send
out
it
of
to
10.
him.
You sent to
100%.
yeah. Have him reach out to me.
See,
If
that's how you move up.
Someone-
That's how you move up in the company. That's when you get to senior management. Is when you can answer a question without necessarily answering the question. What are the chances he listens to it? I will send it to him. I will.
We'll have to see about
Right,
that.
whether or not he listens. No, he will, for sure.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
what's the hardest part of your job?
Ooh, it's doing podcasts. No.
I'm sorry about
Have you done a
that.
podcast before?
No, that's my first. I've done a
You're
lot.
very good.
Oh,
Crush
you're
it.
very
Crush it.
kind.
I mean, much better than Greg.
No,
Yeah.
no. I've done a lot of radio, but first podcast, so
Okay.
it'll live in infamy a little bit more. But it ebbs and flows. Hardest part of my job.
I mean, I think
Sometimes it's learning the menu items, to be honest. So we
Yeah.
have more than 20 that we just rolled out.
And we are going to.
I was reviewing them on the
right?
plane. Yeah, we are. I think we have 5 new items that we will be showcasing
Oh,
later today.
unbelievable.
can't wait.
Plus my
Unbelievable.
current favorite cheesecake, the Triple Berry Bliss
Oh
cheesecake.
yeah.
That will be, yeah.
I'm in.
So
We were talking off air, man. You sent us a holiday cheesecake,
peppermint stick chocolate swirl cheesecake.
and it was it was so great, and I had it sent to Tim's house, and it showed up. I'm not sure if you had told Emma, your wife, that it was coming.
Mm-mm.
So I just got a picture of this package from the Cheesecake Factory, texted to me, and Emma is like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you completely legitimized our podcast to Tim's wife." And
And my career. In
yeah,
the, in
really,
the
all
result.
of Tim's
Yeah.
choice.
And a
we
lot
do what we can.
Yeah, you saved my marriage in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, because we need Tim. He's a vital part of the podcast. If
Sure.
Emma is not on board, this thing doesn't exist. So yeah, thank you for
Cheesecakes saving marriages.
that. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep on coming every 6 months. I think that'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So National Cheesecake Day, July 30th. It's my favorite holiday.
Oh yeah.
And we will have a new flavor. So
Can you talk about it or?
you don't quite know what it will
Okay,
be yet.
gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
Wow.
see one of the listeners on the fan page had a suggestion for a flavor.
Oh, really?
I don't know that it's quite going to be that one. It was
Is it something
cologne, Jif peanut butter,
Yeah,
and
this sounds like
a vegan option.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah. The consumers themed.
Yes.
slice
was that?
of cheesecake.
So-
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Was that Gabriel?
Let me find that. No, it was Sally Hamilton Duke. Would you consider
Sally is a frequent
Yeah.
contributor.
Yeah, she gets in there.
Would you consider naming a cheesecake after the podcast? The consumer, she says, it's dairy-free, flavored with Jif, and smells like an expensive cologne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
That
so
you can get at Costco.
maybe the peanut butter part, we do have two very popular peanut butter flavors. I don't know the other
Adams
two.
is right.
Adams and
Okay.
the Reese's peanut butter chocolate cake cheesecake. So those two very popular, but I can call our executive pastry chef Chris Radovan, see what
Here's
he thinks
the
about.
problem. Okay, listen, Reese's. I don't have a problem with them as a candy. Okay. But they tried to jump into the actual peanut butter game. There is a Reese's peanut butter, and they went head to head
Turf
with
wars.
Jif, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like
I
it.
could see
So,
that.
yeah. I can't be a part of it.
Okay.
I'm going to continue to support you guys, but I can't be a part
Okay.
of
You
it.
will not be ordering the Reese's peanut butter chocolate cake cheesecake.
This is a new menu. I need to point out some of my favorite things. The crispy Brussels sprouts on the Skinnylicious menu. I get them without the glaze, with the bacon, and I usually order two of them. And Alethea said,
Oh,
"Oh,
sorry.
is that your entree?" I was like, "No, that's."
Oops.
I go big. Sean, do I go big?
Oh no, Greg goes hard. He'll get Brussels sprouts and he'll be like, I like 9 orders, and the
Yeah.
server's like, you want
Yeah,
like 9
Lots
different
of
bowls.
stuff.
Send them
Yeah.
all and send them what it wants. Now let me ask you this.
They're good
now,
for you.
when people make changes to like Greg's, like I don't want the glaze.
Sure.
Does the kitchen? I mean, obviously they'll adjust. Is that kind of disheartening because it's like, well, that's what makes it taste so good, and now we have to compromise this meal because the glaze. I'm not going to put the glaze on it, but now it's not going to have the quality of taste
Yeah.
that I would like.
I don't
Or do you guys just
think
work
so.
around that?
There's certain ingredients where you're like, oh gosh, that might be the best flavor of the dish, but they're happy to accommodate. So I don't think so.
So they would, if you just
Yeah.
like, I want plain Brussels sprouts only, they will do that.
They can do that.
That's
Sure.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any more from the
Yeah,
coterie?
we get quite a few more. Brett Schnoblin, and I'll be honest with you, he can be a little bit difficult. He wanted to know, why am I always seated near the bathroom?
I
Brent
have a lot of
specifically.
follow-up questions.
Yeah.
What restaurant? What
Yeah.
time of day?
I'll get on
How
that.
big is the party?
Were you
I
acting
don't know.
like a jerk on
Yeah.
the way in?
Is
Yeah.
there a philosophy that is any different about the Cheesecake Factory? So many different things. You talked about the lighting, certainly the menu,
Mhm.
all that. Any philosophy to the way people are sat or anything like that?
I think we're definitely trying to rotate stations. So we have different servers throughout the dining room. You don't
Mhm.
want to seat everyone in one station,
Mhm.
but some tables are more conducive to, let's say, a high chair or a stroller or a large party, a party of 2 versus a 4 versus a 6. So I think it's a little bit of reading that party to figure out what part of the dining room might make sense for them, but also rotating so that one server doesn't get slammed and the others
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not, right?
I have
Of
a
course.
question.
Sean knows.
I know all about it. Absolutely.
You guys moved from a pager system when there's a wait
Did.
to
Texting.
texting. What happened to those pagers? And I wonder if I could get my hands on them.
I might have one in my office.
Yeah,
to be
I'd
honest,
li-
I
I'd
could
like to
send
have
you
one
that.
This is a little gag that I would do that really annoyed a couple of ex-girlfriends is when the pager, you get the pager
Mhm.
and I'd get it and we'd be waiting and it would go off and I would stand up and yell at the top of my lungs, I won. And yeah,
You
I can
idiot.
tell you
Well, depending on
specifically,
how long the
my
wait
girlfriend
was.
Anna did not think that was
Oh.
funny at all. Yeah, she didn't think it was funny. That was pretty stupid.
But if it was a long wait, you probably felt like you did
I
win,
did,
right?
man. Yeah. At the top
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
lungs.
Yeah.
I won. I
like
won.
it.
And I will say your employees were tolerant. Yeah.
Yeah, I will give this to Greg. Greg is such a normal guy, but when he goes for the bit, he commits. He will make such just an embarrassing. One time he picked me up in my old apartment 10 years ago, and at the time he's a 45-year-old man, and he just thought it'd be fun just to lay on the horn for 3 minutes in a very quiet, private, apartment. And then the manager runs out like, who is he? Who is he? What is he, sick? Is he sick? I go, he is sick. And I'm going to take him to get help and get him out of our parking lot. And he's like, that was great, wasn't it? I'm like, no, that wasn't great, man. Now I'm going to get written up like the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, by the way, we got to talk about that. Now, I will say, good or bad, I probably led the league in write-ups at Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, no. Well, you said you were late 27 times.
I was late a lot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
I just didn't
like. You wouldn't button your top button or something.
Well, the top button issue. Here's what it comes down. Look, there's. I understand. Sometimes, not you just have people would focus on things that I think were somewhat inconsequential. Now, I'm not trying to undermine what they do, but it would be like, oh, your top button's not button. I'm like, yeah, but I'm waiting on like 30 people. And so that's what's important.
Even more
right now. So then you get the write up. Did you get the write up? And then, I just.
And we were wearing ties back then. Too,
oh, yeah,
right?
the ties gone?
Ties are gone?
See, man, you're fine now.
We
When did that
said goodbye
Man,
to
no, it
the
would've
ties
been
during the
fine.
pandemic.
Yeah.
How come? Just
Yeah.
time to move on.
Time for a refresh. We went all black. So black shirt and
Oh, yeah.
no more white pants.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say in his defense, as far as like fashion, his choice to unbutton the top button is at that time he was very hot. Apparently, like,
He was really good looking.
So he's going to wear what he wants to wear.
He's working for tips.
Hot people wear what they want to wear. They don't have to
I
conform.
mean, I don't have to answer.
Showing a little skin.
I think it is about time to
Are we doing
try
it?
some dishes. So
Holy
we're going
moly.
to take a quick break and
Holy
come
moly.
back. Okay, guys, we are back, and things look a little bit differently on the new table. By the way, the new Randy table, we would not have been able to get all these dishes on the old table, and they would have been shaking because Sean tends to lean on the old. You can lean all you want on Randy's table. The new
I know,
one,
man. No, you're right. I mean, this is a big deal with this table.
Yeah. So, Alethea, these are all items that are brand new on the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, brand new. We just introduced a little bit more than 20 new items on the menu.
Okay.
So we have, you want me to
Let's
share
do it.
with you what we
Oh,
have
yeah.
here? Okay, so this is the mortadella panino, which is imported mortadella. There we go.
Just showing the camera.
Fontina cheese, arugula, some
Yeah.
marinated onions, served with your choice of fries or salad. We did fries here.
Yeah.
This is the ahi tuna and shrimp ceviche, which is served on guacamole.
Yeah,
So
man.
there's
so it's
your
back
guacamole
in
fix.
some way.
Okay.
Yes, we
Yeah.
never said goodbye to it as an ingredient, just not as the appetizer itself.
But if you really sweet talk somebody, that means it's back there. You could probably.
we could probably
Okay.
hook you up
What
a
are you
little
doing,
bit.
man?
Yeah.
No, I'm
What are
just
you
saying if
doing?
you're in a restaurant.
You always got to push just a little bit.
Not true.
You just always got to push.
Totally disagree. I'm
Yeah.
just pointing things out.
Yeah. Like it comes with your tacos, so you could ask for add a few extra
That's what I'm
sides or
talking about.
something, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Out in front is the chicken shawarma,
That
which
looks
is
great.
pitas.
That's Alethea's chicken.
Oh, that's
shawarma,
right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna get
what
her
we
name
do a
chicken
tattooed
petition
on that.
for.
That's how you got to start.
That's right.
You got to just start saying it.
The Aletha's chicken
There
shawarma
you
rolls
go.
right off
Yeah,
the tongue.
yeah.
There's grilled chicken, some house-made pickles, white garlic sauce, and there's some Cholula and white garlic sauce on the side. And then over here, right in front of Tim, is the Thai stir-fry noodles. This is one of 5 new vegetarian items on the menu. It's Asian rice noodles, shiitake mushrooms, snow peas, egg, little bean sprouts, peanuts on top. Delicious. You could add shrimp if you'd like.
It's a great looking dish.
It's great. It is so good. That I think maybe one of my new favorites. Asian cucumber salad, right to your right, Tim.
That looks great.
It's very fresh, cucumber forward, a little sweet, a little spicy. And then the factory turkey burger. I know you requested no cheese, which
I
would
did.
normally be on there.
Yeah.
This has been on the menu for a little while, but we just revised it. So it now comes on our famous brown bread bun.
Yeah. Look at that.
So
man.
brand new brown bread bun. And
Look at
you
that.
can find those in your grocery stores too.
Sean, you want
Yeah.
to hand me some of the mustard?
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys mind if we put
No,
some of the
you
French's mustard on there?
Go to town,
We've
however
been
you
we've been
want to
looking
enjoy.
for a long time for ways to use this
Yeah.
mustard.
Now with the
Oh, like literally, you haven't even opened the seal.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
There's
No.
nothing we got. Lots
I
of
mean,
This is the
mustard.
inaugural
Yeah.
use.
It is. I mean,
love
the
it.
mustard is 2 years expired, but outside of that, he'll be fine. Now, let me ask you. So the bread, that's still the staple up front, right? The sourdough and the
brown bread.
and the brown, yeah.
Right at
So
your
good.
table for sure.
And do they?
July 12th, 2020.
That was slick.
It's never as funny when you stumble. It's just never as funny.
Sean, you're dumb. I can't say the word dumb, but yeah, you 2614.
2020.
What were you trying to say?
July 12th, 2025 is the Best Buy date, so it is.
Oh,
fine.
good.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm reading it now.
The
Yeah.
bread,
Yeah, the bread's
I feel like that affected guacamole sales because people are less likely to get appetizers there because you know that bread is coming.
Oh, I don't know.
Talk to
That's
David.
interesting. That is,
Yeah.
but you know,
It's
the
incredible.
basket of bread
That
is.
is such a great
Yeah.
way to. You're such a great executive.
Well-
Because that's what you do when somebody says something stupid. You say, that's interesting. That's great. You're very smooth and political, and I can see why why you're high up in this company.
Yeah.
He means diplomatic, not
Yeah, there we go. Tomato. No, but I think the bread is definitely part of your cheesecake experience, right? Everybody wants to start with
Sure.
a basket of bread. Yeah.
for sure. Now, does one? Do people favor one over the other? The sourdough more popular versus the brown? 50-50.
I feel like there are fans of each,
Yeah.
but brown bread probably is the more famous of the two. We actually now sell it in grocery stores.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
All grocery stores? Most grocery
Yeah.
stores?
Most.
they do
Yeah.
in St. Louis. They're like
Coast to
Dearborn
coast.
Schnucks for sure.
Man, my niece Tori loves this stuff, man. From the time she was a child, she wanted to go get the brown
I
bread.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have baguettes, dinner rolls, sandwich bread, and now the bakery bun or the burger bun.
All right, I'm starting off
Yeah.
with a little bite
Please
of the
do.
factory burger, if that's okay. Sean, you want to take
Please.
some
Yeah.
stuff?
So that's a house-made patty turkey with some fresh mushrooms in there.
I am in
And
this
of course, other toppings.
cucumber salad already, and it is spectacular.
Isn't
I've
it
never
good?
had it.
Yeah.
I was saying to you off air that I always get the veggie burger because I'm always a fan, and I'll do Brussels sprouts. I don't branch
Nice.
out as much as I should, so this is exciting. And wow, this cucumber salad's amazing.
I love that. I think it's super fresh, really great for spring, any time of year. Love it.
Now, did they? In talking about the drinks, did they make any updates on new drinks for the rollout?
Yeah, we have 4 new cocktails or 3 cocktails,
Okay.
1 non-alcoholic. There's a yuzu drop, which is my new favorite. It's kind of like a lemon drop, but with yuzu.
Oh,
There's
okay.
some elderflower liqueur, Grey Goose vodka. It's really good.
And
This is
then
spectacular.
now, are the lemonades still a staple? Do we still do
They
the
are.
strawberry sugar rim?
Yeah.
The whole bit there.
like-
yeah.
That is a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, man, the Thai noodle thing is unbelievable.
Is it, man? Yeah. I want to get
Yeah.
involved in that one.
Yeah, and there are there's some Thai restaurant near Calabasas. There's like, I saw that guy come in here and I knew he was up to something. I knew he was up to something.
He was
It's got a
looking
little
for-
kick to it, man. It's great, isn't it?
Mhm.
I'm going to go
Awesome.
with the cucumber.
Great.
Yeah.
And how are we
It's
thinking
unbelievable.
about ahi
Love it.
tuna?
I mean, I'm just a
shrimp
big ahi
ceviche?
tuna guy, anyways.
Amazing.
Alethea, we're
It's a
gonna
little
insanely good.
chipotle mayo and
Insanely good.
you just tell people about
Want me to
Cheesecake
just describe?
Factory while we eat.
Okay, good.
Just whatever facts you
what
want to roll
else
out.
can I tell you?
Yeah. I know where I'm going next. I'm going to the Aletha's chicken shawarma next.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, yeah. That is delicious as well.
Somebody asked this too. Is there an item that was like an unexpected hit that maybe early on you guys threw on there, like, yeah, we should just carry this, and then it's like, whoa.
You know,
I
I don't know if it's an unexpected hit, but I will say I think we started the trend on fried macaroni and cheese.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So we house make the macaroni and cheese, and then we turn it into the ball shape that then gets rolled in panko breadcrumb and then fried. And I think those came on the menu before I started, so maybe 2003 or 4.
Okay.
Seems like after that, a lot of other places started adding fried macaroni and cheese, but nowhere as good as ours, in my
Yeah.
opinion. So I don't know if that's unexpected, but
Do you happen to know what is the most ordered entree at the entire restaurant?
definitely chicken Madeira is
Chicken
up
Madeira is
there.
still there.
Period.
We
Wow.
have a few fettuccine Alfredo actually is way up there. What else? Miso salmon, really popular. Every category, there's sort of a hero of the category. but-
Miso salmon beats out Simply Grilled.
Of course.
Uh,
I'd have to.
I think they may be neck and neck. I honestly don't know, but it is a really good top seller.
And Sean, that's a miso on your T-shirt, right?
Better believe it, but that
Okay.
was the inspiration.
I wanted to make
What's-
sure.
We have
That was
This
the
one.
inspiration. That'd be a good second shirt for you.
Oh,
What's that? Yeah,
guacamole.
me. So yeah, I mean, I like
Guacamole is
I'm like,
great.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. And
We
the
get
chips.
some of the
How about
ahi
the chips,
tuna.
man?
Fry those ourselves.
Sean is probably the only guy here that eats dairy.
I do.
Will you
Yeah.
go with would you try the sandwich there?
I will try it, man.
Oh, there we go. Some melted fontina cheese on there.
Yeah, okay.
A little lemon ricotta or ricotta, however you want to say it.
So I'm gonna say, the turkey burger is as good as it's always been. Even with the brown bread, it's even better.
Awesome.
So I knew I was gonna like that. Love the cucumbers, but the hit for me is the Thai, what is it called?
Thai stir fry noodles are great,
Thai
right?
stir fry noodles. That's outstanding.
It's an Asian rice
yeah.
noodle.
Yeah.
I agree. It's one of my favorite new dishes.
This is it's really, it's got a kick to it, man. It's got some eggs in there. It's
A little
it's
heat from
basically-
the red chilies. Yeah.
it's David's version of pad Thai, probably.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. Like
So-
I said,
When you guys get behind to create a new menu item, the process, is it like a whole year thing until the next, like, what are we talking
6-month thing.
timeline?
Twice a year we introduce a new menu. So literally our chefs will, right after this menu is finalized, start on the next rollout. And they work at least 6 months. Sometimes there's a dish that maybe they're working on for more than 6 months, for a year. And when it's ready, it'll finally come on the menu. But we'll have
Gotcha.
our next rollout at the end of summer. And it rolls out over 5 weeks, and then time to start working on the next
And is
one.
that like the same core team every time, or does that branch out?
As far as
the
who
chefs, of
creates-
who's
yeah,
creating,
oh, yeah.
who's testing?
No,
is it kind
we
of like
have-
this cohesive unit of people that
Yeah,
are?
our culinary team, so led by Chef Bob Okura, who's been with us for more than 35 years. Chef Brandon Cook, I think it's 25 or more. And then really, ultimately, David is the one deciding on what will be added to the menu.
Now, does he ever have to overrule? Does he ever have a situation like 9 of them are on board and he's like, guys, I'm not feeling this. It's just not happening. I mean, it is his shop. Or will he be like, no, they usually all see eye to eye together. You think?
It's his decision.
It's going to be his.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah.
So.
and
Yeah.
And it's his decision if I'm ready to come back on the books. That's also his decision.
That's right.
It's not Tom's. We love you, Tom.
I understand the responsibility that David has, because we got a lot of people weighing in on what our fans should be called. And
I mean, it
The
is
Coterie.
very, very contentious.
yeah, and Is it Coterie?
Wasn't it?
Coterie.
Oh, Coterie,
Okay.
excuse
She
me.
might be right. What?
No, I don't know.
No, it's,
yeah.
it's Coterie.
It's Coterie.
It's Coterie.
So
Just go to the website.
most people, there's a lot of people that want to be called the brand wagon, and I'm against it. And it's like, it's like Sean said, everybody's in on it, but I got to be the one here to make
Yeah.
this call.
He-
And
Let that feel right.
Sean and Tim have a lot of input on it too. Randy has none.
But you have the veto vote.
I think
You're
it's
right.
I
with
think
the-
I'm glad that it's all
Deciding
out on the
vote.
table that Greg considers himself the David Overton of the Consumers Podcast.
Right, yeah. This fascist dictator made that happen just instantly. Didn't even. I thought we're all one here. I thought we were all one, but I guess this show should be Greg's Warren, the consumer, and 2 of his dumb buddies. Just call it that. Just call it that. Nice talking to you. And now let me ask you the same thing with the.
I wouldn't say Tim's dumb.
Tim is not dumb. Tim is dumb. I'm real dumb. Actually, I got to stop saying real dumb. People get mad at me. I'm real smart. We'll just go the other way. I'm a smart man.
You're not dumb.
No, I know you are obviously. So is that the same concept with the wines? Do you have like a group of people who's picking up new wines, and
beverage
placing?
team. Mhm.
And that's an interesting one too, because the range you can go of, low level wine to stuff that could cost, hundreds of dollars, and obviously you're not doing that, but you certainly don't want that like bottom shelf wine. So is
Yeah.
that just trying to find like a nice
think
middle
it's
of the road? Is how they're
Complementing the food,
Yeah.
what will resonate and what is kind of a comparable price point to the menu items, I think.
right, and that will kind of evolve too every 6
Mhm.
months.
Yeah, every 6 months.
And number one specialty drink right now.
It might be the mojito,
Might be-
to
yeah,
be honest.
mojitos are-
Yeah.
if they're
Mhm.
made right, which they
Yeah.
are over there.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, what was
Pretty
your
good.
go-to shift meal when you were working there?
Oh man, I'm such a fatty, so I would just
Not
eat.
back then. You were hot.
Yeah, you were hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Unbutton that top button. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Button, a little unshaven.
Yeah,
and
kind of
then,
a Tom Selleck look, right? Wasn't it?
Tom Selleck?
Yeah, Tom Selleck, Magnum PI look. Yeah.
I didn't have a mustache, man.
Mhm.
I don't know if- Oh, is that what he did? Is that what Selleck
Yeah,
did?
I think he showed a little chest. Yeah. In Magnum PI.
No, I would. I was a rotator. I've probably tried in the 2.5 years everything, or pretty close. So I would just get. But there's a reason Madeira is number one. If you like chicken, which
Yeah.
most people, you're not
Mhm.
gonna not like that dish.
What about
You're not gonna like it, and if you say you don't like it, you're lying, and you're doing that thing of like, well, I'm just trying to get, free meal. That's the problem with these restaurants. And it's a tough thing for all restaurants where it's like that thing of like they eat 4/5 of it and then they're like, it was a little warm. It wasn't that kind of cold and blah, blah, blah. So, well, that's interesting because 80% of it's gone. And then you have to make that decision of do you comp it? Do you give them a free thing? But that's all restaurants. It's not just a cheesecake unique thing. So luckily you guys can justify because you have, like I said, the quality control. And let me explain what that means. Like it's goes through. Greg, are you going to focus? Or are you going to look at Tim all day? All right, lock it in, man. I'm just saying, not every restaurant, like somebody on the line will cook something, throw it up, and then it's gone. There is somebody inspecting that between the food runner and the kitchen, which I think that's
on duty at all times.
Correct.
That's your gig. You're not making anything. You're just sitting there going check, check, check.
It's usually a manager that's at the cook
Yeah,
line.
I bet you're not a real popular person within a store.
What do you mean?
Well, their role is to just like, no.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I bet
You got to be.
I bet you the chefs don't care for him. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me, man?
Yeah, it just keeps you the consistency, man. Is what, I mean, I'm giving them credit. I'm saying like, so the odds of something coming out bad at the Cheesecake Factory are so slim. Either you legitimately just don't like it, which why are you ordering in the first place? Or you're running an angle. You're running an angle and you're trying to get free stuff. And I know that move, because I've been the victim of it. Sure. As the server. So
I would imagine you've been the perpetrator of it too.
not true, man.
No.
I have good ethics in restaurants.
No way.
I just show up late. Other than that, man, I'm nails. I mean, the secret shoppers, is that still a thing? Can we talk about that? They still get the little...
It's not going to be secret anymore.
Yeah, exactly. No, the mystery
Well, you're
servers
right.
we don't have. Yeah.
I crushed that, so it doesn't matter. Hundreds, multiple. I think I had at least 13 100 scores.
If you're listening at
That's gotta
home,
be going.
Aletha did wink at all of us when she said that. So just want to be clear, they're probably still
I
out
have something
they're
in my
there.
eye.
Yeah. Tim, let's get involved. Throw that Thai stuff over.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you
Throw
got
it
to try
to
the Thai
I don't
stuff.
really want to hand it over.
It's
real
it's
good.
so good,
You can
man.
do it.
It's maybe one of my new favorite dishes. Yeah, I mean, but I still the factory turkey burger is outstanding. Yeah. I say we take a short break and we're going to come back with some cheesecake.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
And we are back. There's been a bit of a shift change, if you will. We've cleared out the entrees. Just so you know, they're in Randy's kitchen, and after the episode, we're going to go back there and eat the rest of it, especially that Thai noodle thing and the factory burger. Sean, did you have a favorite?
I had, man, those noodles were pretty good.
Noodles were awesome.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just what kind of mood you're in. Although that Thai avocado, I mean, that's right in my wheelhouse. I'm sorry, the
Ceviche.
Ahi, shrimp
Uh,
ceviche. Yeah.
was insane. I'm also a huge seafood person.
Nice.
You
So
do
that
like
was
the seafood.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And I
outstanding.
have said for a long time, before I knew you, I tell people, you want seafood, go to the Cheesecake Factory because they're crowded. There's always a line at the Cheesecake Factory.
That's true. You
It
don't
is
want
high
seafood somewhere
turns.
that's not busy.
Yeah, you don't want seafood that's been sitting for too long in the rest. So it's like high turns, man. That's why you get seafood at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth there. No, I'll
Yeah.
stand by him on that. He is.
I sound like I'm sucking up here, but I'm not. This is
I'll vouch
I've
for
been
him.
saying that.
I mean,
for a
you've
while.
done that earlier in the show, but on that one, 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Okay. So tell us what you brought us for dessert.
So
What do
this
we
is
got
our
here?
Triple Berry Bliss cheesecake, which is our creamy cheesecake with layers of vanilla cake, 3 kinds of berries, and a kiss of citrus.
Wow.
And this was our National Cheesecake Day flavor last July 30th. And for a full year, we're donating 25 cents a slice for every slice sold to Feeding America, which is the nation's leading.
Fork it over,
No.
Can you cover me,
Yeah.
Greg? on this?
I got you.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
No. So
That's great.
it's a
Yeah.
great charity, and we've donated more than $6.7 million to them since 2008, just through our featured 25 cents a slice donation. So it's a lot of cheesecake.
As long as we're talking about donations, you guys do something that's near and dear to my heart. You guys have some sort of peanut butter program, right?
Well, we do. Every September, we collect jars of peanut butter for the local food bank, Feeding America Food Bank. Each of our restaurants competes who can donate the most. Donated more than 100,000 jars this last September. Just our generous staff members across the country collecting jars and donating them every September.
And you guys donate all the Jif and throw out everything else that people
that's
donate?
right.
Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
No, we only accept peanut butter donation. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm a little
No,
slow.
you're doing great. It's hard to. It's okay.
I don't care what sort of condition. they're in.
Or we
can't-
keep
yeah.
the GIF and we donate the rest. I don't know.
But
Oh.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm a little hurt that I wasn't somewhat involved with this. I mean,
All right.
I'm a pretty big deal when it comes to peanut
There's
butter.
this September. We're gonna, we're gonna do things.
maybe we should donate. If we just had, like, where can we get like 20, 30 peanut butter?
Yeah, it's
like,
a great call.
Where do we have like, or do we just go buy them? I mean, do you have any extra?
No, I don't
Are
know.
you taking shots at Brazzi after he sent us that cool stuff?
I love Brazzi, and I wore a Smucker's hat the other day, so you can comment down right now. Did you wear your Smucker's hat? You're not a liar, right? Have you or have you not worn your Smucker's hat?
I tried it on.
No. So you're 0 for 1 now. So Brazzi
Okay.
got you. I've been sporting. Tim, can we talk about what you're sporting? Your kid's got the water bottle. Next.
Kid's got the water bottle. It's his new water bottle. Brought it to school, the Uncrustables water bottle. And I wore the chocolate Jif crew neck sweatshirt several days last week. I meant to wear it today, but that'll be making its debut very soon on the consumers. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Bottom line is back to the original point. I think in September it's time to.
Oh,
Right.
donate that?
Rotate,
man,
rotate
it's
the
part of the-
inventory.
You gotta
it's part-
rotate.
I
I know
agree.
it's part of the
Because
thing, man.
it's just, listen, we gotta be good people.
Someone's
man.
got to eat it. Yeah,
I mean, dude, we are so rich from this podcast. So we might as well give a little something.
you
I'm
got to
gonna,
give back. Yeah, let's get into this.
we
All right,
are,
let's
we are
get it.
as,
Yeah,
we are
let's
as rich as Sean was hot back in Cheesecake Factory days. I'm going to give it a whirl.
I heard he was pretty hot,
I
so
was-
that must.
That was a solid set.
Yeah.
All right.
Are
let's get
you?
it.
I hope you're loving it. This is currently my favorite. Again, cheesecake,
Yeah, it's good.
vanilla cake, 3 kinds of berries, or just a little kiss of citrus.
Oh, boy.
Very popular.
I kiss the citrus.
It's good, right? It's
Yeah.
just enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, man.
And then strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries.
Unbelievable. It was great. I mean, yeah, there's just no, I mean, any reasonable person who likes this cheesecake in general, you're on board 100%. So,
Nailed it.
Amazing.
Greg?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, our pastry chef, Chris Rademan, is.
They in some
A genius.
lime in there, or is that just part of the cheesecake itself?
It's a little, I think it's actually lemon. It's just a little citrus.
That's
yeah.
the kiss of citrus.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
kiss
okay.
of
The kiss of
citrus.
citrus.
Yeah, I think it might be lemon.
When they come in frozen, are they all equal in like thaw time to ready to serve? Because
great
it's different
question.
ingredients.
No,
in some
it
and the other?
varies a little bit.
So it does. Yeah.
Denser is going to take a little bit longer.
Gotcha. And when you are doing that, is they got to be like thawed in the same controlled climate room every time? I assume like a certain
Yeah,
part of the
and
kitchen.
you want to thaw under refrigeration. Just like if you
Gotcha. Okay.
bought a frozen cake in the grocery store, you definitely want to thaw it under refrigeration. Don't force thaw so that you don't have like
No,
frozen
definitely.
parts.
Don't
Yeah,
force thaw.
Don't
Do
force thaw.
not force thaw.
Yeah.
Greg
That's what-
Greg was microwaving his one time, so it's like it just got all weird.
You know,
It's,
sometimes when you want a piece, you just. I
I
get
think
it.
it was.
Cheap
I think it was
system.
the
I
first
get it.
thing we said we were not going to do when we started this podcast. we're not going to force thaw.
Yeah,
my
That's a good rule to live by.
My grandma needle pointed a little thing. Don't force thaw.
Don't force
we've
thaw.
handed it
Yeah, yeah.
through
With an
generations.
exclamation point. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Well, she
Mhm.
meant it.
Ah, she did.
Yeah. This is spectacular.
Isn't it so good?
It's
really
it's
good.
just it's incredible.
Yeah. Are you going to take some of that to Emma?
Absolutely. I already sent her a picture, which means I'm on the hook for it now.
yeah.
And so ornate. Like it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
outside
Yeah,
it
white
is.
and chocolate.
Yeah.
White and pink chocolate curls across the back.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a wedding
as
cake.
delicious as it is pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's all fantastic. I guess I'm going to probably have to say the upstart, the surprise, the thing I didn't see coming was that Thai noodle dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That may make the regular rotation with me. I'm not like Sean. Sean will try everything and I kind of get something and stick with it.
Yeah.
I'm that
But-
way
Me
too.
too.
Yeah.
I may
That's good.
get like, I may start going 2 entrees. I mean, like, like I said, I go big when I go to Cheesecake
There's
Factory.
no judgment.
Yeah, I
You
get
do
all
you.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Tim, do we have a couple more questions or comments from the coterie?
Yeah. I didn't do a lot of research on this, but somebody did pose the question. What is the situation with Cheesecake Factory delivery? Like how to,
yeah.
in terms of there's the different
Mhm.
vendors, I've not looked too much into how that works in general. Does a restaurant choose who's going to do their things or not? Or tell me more about
yeah,
that.
we are exclusive with DoorDash nationwide. So all of our restaurants deliver through DoorDash. So go onto our website, place
I've
your
used
order.
it.
Yeah. Get your Thai stir fry noodles,
Yeah.
Thought I could do it.
Those would travel well too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
they
think
they,
so.
they would
Yeah.
travel
Yeah,
well.
real good. And then Big Bang Theory. So famously in the show, Big Bang Theory, one of Sean's favorites. Penny, the Kaylee Cuoco character, worked at Cheesecake Factory. Was kind of a big part of the show. Was there any official endorsement, or that was just in there?
Anything? Yeah, no. We found out about it literally. We had one of our executives was on a plane, American Airlines, reading the in-flight magazine. What shows are coming up? 2007 fall. It's like the Cheesecake Factory. What?
Tell the pilot to turn this plane around.
Literally. So we tuned in and we're like, okay, it's kind of fun. So we reached out and we're hoping they could make it look more like a Cheesecake Factory. Because if you remember,
it did not look like a Cheesecake
she wore
Factory.
a yellow vest and it looked like almost a Mexican restaurant theme.
It's just very small. And I mean, that's what you're going to have with a
small,
set. But it did not look like a Cheesecake
Nothing
Factory.
whatsoever. And it turned out one of the creators really wanted her to work at the Cheesecake Factory. And they made him make it look nothing like us. So it didn't look like a sponsorship or an endorsement. But over time, we were able to get them to use our real menus and our cheesecake boxes. So
really?
It took several years, but we did. Yeah.
And that was you. You were on the front lines. Like, did you have to reach out?
We reached out.
That's your gig.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Man, I wonder who that was. That I mean, it's Chuck.
I don't know.
It's a Chuck Lorre thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Chuck or
some friends that they are writers that work for Chuck. I wonder.
They might know. Yeah.
Well, I could find out. Mark Gross would tell me.
Yeah.
He could find out. Yeah.
I'm
going to look into that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I've been to Kaylee Cuoco's house, if you were wondering.
You have?
What?
He's bragging about all his rants.
Did you tell us that?
I think, doesn't she live in Calabasas?
I don't know. This was many years ago. She's moved since.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Sure, but she's lovely.
Yeah.
She served us all cheesecake. It was great.
I love it.
She didn't, but it was fantastic. And then other pop culture Cheesecake Factory coming up other than Big Bang Theory? There are other things you can think of or that you worked on?
Step Brothers, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We did make a reference.
He went to have a cocktail at the Cheesecake Factory or something.
I don't know why that was so funny, too.
It's so...
Just not the name you would think he would say in that situation.
That replays a lot.
That guy's such a great actor, the guy that played the dad. I'm going to go down to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
And then Drake sang about it, right?
Oh, yeah. Name dropped us in Child's Play. Yeah.
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 Did you do that? Did you call him up and be like, hey, how about a verse?
No. That was another one of those. Like all of a sudden he dropped his album and there was a reference to us. And we posted a little something on social in tribute to it. But
Listen,
we were not part of it at all.
I'm going to give you a little career advice. Okay?
Please. And take
something that my old boss, Joe Driscoll, told me at Procter & Gamble. Something big happens like that.
Oh, take credit for it.
Take credit for it. Because listen, something bad's going to happen and you're going to get blamed for
there
it
you
when
go.
you didn't do it.
That's
okay?
Fair point.
So
I did the Big Bang Theory deal.
There you go. You got to get on the horn with David as soon as that Drake thing comes out. What do you think? I've been working on this for a while. I didn't want to tell you about it. I hope you like it.
Were you about to give us the verse? It felt like you were about to.
Oh, he said, "Don't fight with me at Cheesecake. You know I like to go there. I can't sing,
Nice.
but that's it, right? Isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it is.
And I like to see.
I mean, I have no musical skills whatsoever, but I believe that is.
Tim he's a lead singer in a few projects, and he refuses to sing.
Is this? I sang. What did I sing? I sang.
We were singing a few episodes ago because I asked Greg to sing, and then he walked the room. Yeah.
I crushed it, and I sang.
We agreed that I'm a better singer than you.
Very true. I can't argue with that.
I know I don't want to make this controversial, at all because we appreciate you being here. But is it weird with the Kendrick Lamar beef? Has that been tough for you guys?
That's a
so
new
went
item
over
on the
my
menu.
head.
Kendrick Lamar beef.
No.
Drake and Kendrick are feuding.
Oh, that's right.
Drake
I did know that.
You may have seen the Super Bowl halftime show. It was all directed.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think it's smart if you guys just stay out of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Good advice, Tim.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
That and take credit for anything good. Okay, those are my two.
Because you're going to get blamed for stuff that you didn't do. Joe Driscoll.
True. Yeah, Joey Driscoll. Oh, now wait, do we still? Because this was on the Cheesecake episode. High-end people who are regulars. I know we had the thing about Vince Young, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
He was like
was spending like 10 grand.
There was like something
That's
crazy.
right.
I think he'd bring in
seen
his
that
like
article.
lineman or something.
Yeah.
Obviously. But anyone notable? You're like, if they're known to go and eat at Cheesecake Factory, like celebrity wise.
Regularly, David Spade eats at the Grove all the
There
time.
you go. That's Tim's boy.
Tim knows
Tim opened for him.
Have you dined at the Grove with him? He's there.
I have not
quite a
dined with
bit.
him there. No.
Okay.
I've eaten at the Grove, Cheesecake
It's
Factory.
a great location, isn't it? Yeah.
It's right by the CBS
It is.
I
Yeah,
ate there
a lot.
one time
Mhm.
after I did the Craig Ferguson show.
Ah,
Yeah, me and the manager
great,
and everybody, we went to celebrate at Cheesecake Factory.
I love that.
Yeah, right
Love
there
that.
at the,
Nice.
the lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and how's this is a little off the this topic? How's the Grand Lux? Are they still going?
We have 7.
7 now.
Yeah.
7. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're still
Venetian and the Palazzo are the 2 most people know in Las
Yes,
Vegas.
there's one in South Florida that I've been to
Yeah.
several times.
Mhm. South Florida. We're in Dallas, Houston, Roosevelt Field, New York.
And then, do you have anything to do with Flower Child?
Yeah, so we acquired Fox Restaurant Concepts in 2019, which includes North Italia, Flower Child, and a whole host of other brands. So I don't work on it directly, but I know the team over there, and they're good people, and I love that concept.
Ate
Flower
there
Child,
yesterday.
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times lately, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm in.
It's
Yeah,
great, right? Fast casual, really fresh, really great food. I love it.
It's good stuff. We are the consumers. Much like this cheesecake, you have been consumed.
Thank you very much for being here. And thanks to the
Oh
guys,
my gosh,
too.
thank
Yeah.
you for
So
having
much.
me. Of course, so much fun.
Can I just say one quick thing before we end the show?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I want to say. I just
Better
want to say.
not
I just want
be
to say.
stupid.
I just want to say.
Ask Ol Overton first.
I'm gonna.
if it's
Well,
all right.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna talk. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Overton. Listen. I was at store 107. I met you September of 06. We shook hands. I looked you in the eye, and you said, "You help me, I'll help you." And I did. I gave you 2.5 years of my life. I'm kindly asking. I know this has been adjudicated, but if you are, I mean, your name's on the door theoretically. If you can just go in, cook the books, lift me off, put me as a possible rehire, I won't try and apply. But then the firing is expunged. Your move, Dave.
Alethea,
It's fair.
I am truly sorry.
Well spoken.
I loved it. I think he's a wonderful person, and I think he will let this ponder.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Yeah, Elise, thanks so much. That was great. All the
Thank
food,
you, Alethea.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Antimon. Thank you, Angel. This has been fantastic. We really, really enjoyed ourselves. Thank you so much.
I did too. It was so fun. Thank you.